son, I love him, for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, did crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Cleveland Browns. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First carry for Nick Chubb. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
56, Mike, 56.
Back to throw, Watson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Mayfield. The open man is Smith. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Alert, alert.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Set, 180. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
20. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And some room to maneuver. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They go play action. Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Oh, no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
16 yards.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, it's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
23 yards. And the Texans first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now. Down at the 33. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. To the air yet again. Watson. That's caught by Hollister. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Let's go, son. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Watson now to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A run with Chubb on first down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Back.
Mayfield to throw it this time. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Browns. 49 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. but that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Run. Here we go. 6-6. Pull it high. Run.
Throwing. Mayfield rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Hey, alert!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing as the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. That's caught out wide by Stills. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd and a couple, Watson. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Lamar Miller avoids him at the 40. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller.
I got you, boy.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
At the Browns' 11-yard line.
Check set. 19. Check 53. 2 points down. He's coming. 53.
To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's go.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield. Flush to his right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. First down, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. Flushed out right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, after a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, alert 33. Check 50. Watch the safety creep. Watch that.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hatchet. Topper! 41's coming, 41's
Mostert. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Eluding the pressure right, and he rifles one incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and that takes us from second to third down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
On third down, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney Merciless has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter three.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big three-point play right there, couldn't it?
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there, let him go get it.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 8 at the 25-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Hey, seam 6.
Mayfield to throw it. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Watson with a give to Miller. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
SOS. Under 10. 25. 25. Short.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Mike 56. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike's 56.
Now a first down throw. Watson escaping the pressure right. That was going to let it go deep right sideline. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
55 is my guy, 55. Big stop, D. Big stop, let's go.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They really struggled in the first half, but they've made some adjustments looking better in the second half. But sometimes do we overanalyze? Is it always adjustments, or sometimes is it guys just sticking better to the game plan?
I think the latter, and I love how you brought that up, because we always want to credit, oh, they adjusted here and they made this change there. Sometimes it's just executing what they worked on in practice all week much better. In this case, I think it's a combination. They found a different part of their playbook, and it's working really well for them.
Working extremely well at this point. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
He don't know no better. I got motion. Hey, alert. 59. Check, 53 is mine. Watch the screen. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey, 59.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
56. 19. Right there. 56. Alert. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Flushed out right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
56. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Mike 50. 31. Mike 56. 65. 56 to Mike. 31. 56. What's the run? They're running it.
Throwing on third down, Watson eluding the pressure right. On the run, he's got a man, complete. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kenny Stills. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of first downs.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught by OBJ. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Mayfield now. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Mayfield off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 33 yards that time.
It's a gain of 33.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Matt Judon there to bring him down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handling.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, Foxtrot. Hurry. Let's put that team on the hook.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Slam. Kill. Cut. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Check your hot read.
Mayfield keeps it himself. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
180. Hurry.
Mayfield on first down. Buying time to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the week.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. From the gun, Mayfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
Results in a 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Down to an goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Houston, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag.